If you didn't know what the city of Durban has to offer in terms of business investment, please stay tuned to this channel because I took a group of African Americans who are looking at investing in the city of Durban and also the surrounding areas, including the rural areas that are close to the city of Durban. It was a bliss. They had a lot of fun. Besides doing business, they were able to go to the townships and explore the culture in the townships, mingle with the people in the townships, and have a blast of fun. I am going to be taking you through all of this on this channel. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to take you through the journey as we have started it during the previous video that I had posted last time. I posted the video on Sunday. If you haven't seen it, please go and see it on how we explored the rural areas of South Africa with this group of African Americans, how the history of South Africa has been embedded into their minds. Now they kind of understand exactly how people in KwaZulu-Natal behave, do business, and also live. On this video, you are going to meet the influential Black people who are doing great in business and connecting people with the businesses in South Africa, especially those who are investing. I also took the Americans through tourism, exploring Durban, having fun, dining in beautiful spaces, and enjoying the Indian Ocean. The Pencil Club, which is an only members club in Umhlanga with the beautiful views of Durban, was our spot and the place to do business. This is where we held our meetings. This is the place where we met everyone who wanted to give us pointers on where to invest. Like all other cities in South Africa, Durban has a lot to offer, including the townships of Durban. Mingling with people was such a blast. Go ahead and like this video because you are going to experience a lot about Durban. Even if you are from Durban, probably you are going to learn a lot about your city. If you are not from Durban, you are from outside of South Africa, this is the opportunity for you to learn more about investment in Durban. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Velile. I am a lifestyle blogger from South Africa. If you're new on this channel, you are very much welcome, and please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. I will really appreciate that. Talking about fun that we had is going to be all documented on this video, and I would like you to give this video a thumbs up again. Make sure that you also share the video to those who may want to invest and do business in South Africa. If you want to be part of this tour, it's called Places of Remembrance Tour. It provides you with a cultural experience in South Africa as well as the business experience and fun, more fun. After a beautiful cultural experience and living in the rural areas, a luxury life in the rural areas that these ladies had to live, we embarked on a journey to the city of Durban. I'm so happy that I have people who get to explore South Africa like I used to, traveling and driving by myself, exploring the rural areas of South Africa and showcasing you guys the beautiful South Africa, especially the rural areas of South Africa and its development. Now we are taking you through to eThekwini, which is the city of Durban. We arrived in Durban on the 21st of March. It was such a very beautiful trip from KwaZulu-Natal, coming from Umsinga and going to Durban. The ladies enjoyed the drive. We arrived in our accommodation, which is called St. James on Venice. It is in Morningside. If you want to book this accommodation, please feel free to do so. I'm not advertising it. I'm not paid to talk about it, but I'm just showing you what it has to offer. Beautiful rooms. I mean, like, we really got so comfortable in these rooms. When it was time for us to leave, it was very difficult. And they have very beautiful breakfast each and every morning. We enjoyed South African breakfast, full South African breakfast for that matter. After breakfast in the morning of the 22nd of March, we didn't waste so much time. We embarked on a mission to do business in Durban. We hosted our business talk at the beautiful Pencil Club in Umhlanga with a beautiful view of Durban. It was so very much motivating and inspiring to just look at the city that all of these potential investors were looking at investing into. It was such a very beautiful experience. The ladies enjoyed themselves. The Pencil Club gave us so much hospitality, providing us with drinks, welcoming drinks, and we sat down for business with very influential business people, including the owner of the Pencil Club himself. It was very much interesting to be in the boardroom and sitting with Terry, the owner of the Pencil Club. Terry had so much wisdom to pour on us while we were there because he has been doing this for a long time. He has created opportunities for young investors, big investors, and this is the platform that we are very grateful for. Guys, meet the ladies.
I'm LaRonda Great, and I currently live in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the U.S.
Happy to be here. All right, I'm Camilla Hippolyte, originally from the Caribbean. I live in St. Lucia, but I live in the States right now, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte.
I'm Jennifer Williams. I'm currently living in Bahrain, but I'm from Florida in the United States, so I'll be moving back shortly. But I'm a teacher in education.
Where in Florida?
Up in the Panhandle near Destin, Pensacola. In the Panhandle.
I'm Elise Boatwright. I'm originally from California. Lived in DC for about 10 years. And I moved to Johannesburg last October.
Oh, in Johannesburg?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No more than us.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Ashley Cleveland, originally from the U.S., Boston, New York, Miami, Atlanta, all of the East Coast. I've been living in Johannesburg a little over a year. Prior to that, I was living in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, for about 2.5 years. Founded a community of global entrepreneurs and investors that want to build businesses for the growth of the continent of Africa in 2021. And to date, we have a community of over 45 entrepreneurs and investors virtually that are interested in doing business, mostly Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, South Africa, Madagascar, and Mauritius. We've hosted in-person investor events, resulting in close to 2.5 million in real estate investment, as well as tourism dollars spent.
$2.5 million.
In that just one event. So we haven't calculated this event, but also we just are off the heels of a virtual summit where we had 100 guests from really all over the world that were looking at tourism, real estate, as well as professional and personal development opportunities in Ghana, Tanzania, and South Africa. Wow. And that wrapped on this last Sunday, and then we launched our in-person summit, which started in Johannesburg, but was really focused on the KZN Province.
Okay. Well, congratulations to you. What a thing you've done. How many people have you brought in? How many?
And myself, I was behind the camera, but anyway, that does not matter because you guys already know what I am doing. We were so grateful that a lot of very influential people in business in South Africa were able to accept our invite and share information with our guest. We had the chairperson of NAVCOC, Paul Ngema, coming in and giving a lot of information on investment opportunities in the area of Durban. NAVCOC is National African Federated Chamber of Commerce and Industry in South Africa. It is a national organization.
The problem that we have in our country is access to finance, access to capital. So to buy land, to buy property, because without ownership of property or land, we don't own the country.
It was a great pleasure and honor to have someone of this caliber who has so much experience working with people and putting people together, giving them opportunities for investment in South Africa. And now we are talking to African Americans who are looking at investing in South Africa, and he is giving all the information of how this organization has become a conduit between the investor and those who have property for investment. If you are interested in hearing the whole information that he provided on business and how NAVCOC works, please tune in into my channel for the next videos that will be coming through. I'll be able to put the whole conversation so that you all can learn from that too. Behind the camera, I had a lot of questions to ask Paul on how they are helping those who do not have money to get access into businesses and huge investments that are available, especially in the rural areas. And this is what he had to say.
Then we thought as a chamber we must have our own bank. So we want our own bank now because we feel that it will fasten or help us to develop, the SMMEs into their businesses, because the challenge that we have is money. We don't have money. So if we can go to rural areas, I'm coming from a shore people have got businesses, you find that even if they could be having land, but then they just don't, they are undercapitalized, they just don't have funds. So that's why then we want this African bank. Commercial banks in this country, they've got no interest to develop us. I think I've assisted.
You have. Yes. Thank you so much. We were also fortunate and very honored to have Russell Curtis coming from eThekwini municipality to lay a landscape in terms of regulations and laws for foreign investors who are willing to invest in eThekwini municipality and in Durban areas, including the rural areas that are close to Durban, falling under eThekwini municipality. He gave us a lot of information. I asked him about what potential investments that are there around in the rural areas that are within the eThekwini municipality, and this is what he had to say.
Municipality, that 2,500 square kilometers. The boundaries, Zimbali, if you've heard of the wonderful development near Belito, Zimbali is just outside. Scottborough, 50, 70 k's down south coast, it's just outside. And then Cato Ridge on that N3 corridor where the highway starts in Durban and heads up towards Johannesburg, Cato Ridge being the western corridor. We are about 2/3, despite what you see outside the window, we are about 2/3 rural by land use. So there is quite a bit of available land, some agriculture, some subsistence, small towns and villages. And so there is a town planning scheme for that whole area, which is broken down into spatial development frameworks. So we have 5, if memory serves. We have a northern spatial development framework, we have a western spatial development framework, we have a central spatial development framework, and then within that we have a CBD master plan, and then the 5th one is a southern spatial development framework. And so what those frameworks do is they take cognizance of the topography, they take cognizance of the existing populations, they take cognizance of the environmental sensitivity or the environmental opportunities, they take cognizance of the infrastructure networks that are there versus those that aren't, and they start to then map out what is the broad plan for each of these regions from an investment and development perspective. And then within each of those, where there is a concentration of people, so for example within the Western Spatial Development Framework Plan, in that Pinetown, Hillcrest, Kloof area, we zoom in and do more detailed local area planning on precincts. So there is a plan from a spatial development and investment perspective, and then we overlay that with other types of plans. So we have an economic development plan that overlays that. We have a bulk infrastructure plan that overlays that. We have an international investment plan that overlays that. So there are plans. It's not I think South Africa's problem is not a shortage of plans. South Africa's challenge is implementation. And then more than just implementation, it's participation by the private sector. It's invitation and inclusion of the private sector. It's co-governance and joint leadership with private investors. we have, I think, crossed the Rubicon on that. If you had to speak to leaders 10 years ago, not so cool.
Yeah.
Nowadays, necessities become the mother of all invention.
Yes.
And it's now about implementing those things in a much tighter partnership with the private sector, both internationally and locally.
Okay. Okay. The list of professionals who came in to share information about their businesses was just endless. We were also honored to have Xoli Mahlalela, who came from KwaSizaBantu, which is a missionary project comprising of so many projects that are helping communities around in the rural areas. KwaSizaBantu Mission, it is a very big agricultural organization that has so many projects helping communities around in the rural areas. It is also situated in the rural areas between Greytown and Stenga in KwaZulu-Natal. Organization's activities under agriculture have expanded over the years, and they now export quality avocado, dairy products, lettuce, as well as sweet peppers to the rest of the world and selling in South Africa.
But then also they work with communities, teach them, small sort of farmers, provide free mentoring so that they can then be able to stand on their own across the province and even in other sort of provinces and outside the country, especially Malawi and Mozambique. Just to show you there, also with school children. And next slide. Now in terms of what they're producing the bell peppers on 11.5 hectares with 2,500 tons annually. Avocados about between 6 and 80%, which is for export, on 170 hectares. They've got land which they were given by the chief, 500 hectares altogether. That's bought a small piece of land, but then the chiefs there actually then gave them land. There's a dairy because they have about 350 cows, 750 including cows, and then producing about 8,000 liters per day
of milk.
And they've then developed yogurt and amasi, which is calabash milk, and they've got other projects at a much smaller scale. Dragon fruit, mangoes, lychees, and papayas, which they are still sort of experimenting with, not yet export sort of for export production. The other big project is Aquela Natural Spring Water. It's not what we are drinking.
It's what I drink at home.
And then they've, as I said, they've got humanitarian CSI projects. It's the school, which also caters for children from the communities. They also support other schools outside the mission. And then they also have what they call Doctors for Life. One of their directors, Dr. Albu, being a medical doctor, was in private practice, but now he's there full time. Then so they need to provide free health services. Our government, in terms of health, I have been in the health sector, a lot of challenges. So they started Doctors for Life International, established in 1991, and they've got a database of over 1,500 doctors and specialists from South Africa and also from overseas, France, Sweden, Germany, and the US. And so they work in very remote areas. Normally they want to focus on the very scarce services like your cataract surgery. You know, even in rural areas, it's very expensive, no specialists. Whereas compared to primary health care, immunization, government can in most cases provide. So they will get the specialists, go on an outreach for a week, 2 weeks, and by then have organized all the people who are sort of blind, and then they provide the free service. So that's one of the CSI projects.
Our potential investors from United States were given a very detailed explanation of how they can invest, also and how they can help with the CSI projects that KwaSizaBantu is carrying around in the rural areas to help the communities. Again, I'll have a separate video with all of these videos that I have captured of these presentations by all of these professionals who came in, so that you guys can also get some kind of information. It is very important to know how our country is working when it comes to investing in our country from all sectors and all industries. And this information that I'm putting out here, it is going to benefit most of the people who are willing to invest in South Africa. We are not talking about people who are coming in to build houses in the rural areas and become communities in the rural areas. I know that so many people are so concerned about that, but I'm not about that. I'm about developing the rural areas and making sure that we get people who are going to put money into our rural areas so that they can grow and enable a very sustainable economy that is growing in the rural areas. The hospitality that we got from the Pencil Club was so wonderful. Meet the ambassador of the Pencil Club, Sam Ace, who took us to a tour and showed us how beautiful the club is.
Okay, we'll get to the gym, but here, this is all the ladies' restroom, change room area. Hello. There's usually a lady here, Norma, who is stationed here. So if you finish your gym and you finish showering, she washes your hair, blows your hair, whatever you want to do. There's a steam room this side. What? Showers. You can come have a look. You can come and relax and have a relaxing time in the steam room.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
So your weekend I can get you that.
Okay. 30,000 sauna. Come on. I like it.
The Pencil Club offers quite a number of experiences around in it, from restaurants to private libraries to private lounges. They offer jazz bands that come in and perform for their members. It is an only members club. If you want to join in, you can just go and inquire around there and see what you can do. I know that if you are a member, you are exposed to so many professionals who are able to help you, even if you are starting a business or you want to invest in a business. So it's quite a very useful club. It is located in Umhlanga, and you can check it out on Ngondo Place at Umhlanga Ridge. It was such an experience and a very good experience for our guests. We were so happy to see them just exploring and having fun, and really grateful for the experience that we've given them through the tour. Our tour started in the rural areas, and now we have taken it to the business part of the tour. This part of the tour took place in Durban, and we are going to carry on and show you what went down when we get into the entertainment part of the tour, which I will be showing you guys on the next video. Please do like the video, share the video, and comment down below and let me know of your thoughts. What we are doing for South Africa, it is very great because we are pulling professionals who are from Africa and also who are from the diaspora, who like to invest and do business with other Africans here in South Africa. So I am very happy that this has come together, and also we will be announcing the dates of our tour, which is coming on in June. Similar tour, but with a big experience. Again, thank you for tuning in, guys. Until the next video, bye bye.